Hello all, I will record my meeting on um, chapter 1 today. Okay, this is the overview chapter. This chapter talks about business intelligence, and I will walk you over the important aspects of chapter 1. I'm recording the meeting too, so you can access it at your own time. In chapter 1, the important points which you have to study, which you have to know about, are how to define business intelligence, what are the four components of business intelligence, what are the 5 styles of BI, then you need to know what is business analytics, what is business performance management, what is a dashboard, what are some of the benefits of BI, what is an event driven alert. Then you also need to know the differences between online transaction processing and online analytical processing, the different types of online analytical processing, next generation of BI applications, major tools and techniques of business intelligence, and which are some of the known important BI vendors. So this is the chapter guide, study guide for chapter 1, and these are the points that I would be discussing in today's lecture. And after this, I would get into the PowerPoint slides. Okay, what is business intelligence? Business intelligence basically is an umbrella term, or you can think of it as a framework for decision support. Okay, business intelligence is a framework for decision support. Business intelligence is used to analyze complex information about an organization. Please note that it is used to analyze complex information about an organization. So note the words analyze and complex. Okay. Once again, business intelligence is used to analyze complex information about an organization and its competitors. BI is used heavily in planning and decision making. BI's major objective is to enable easy access to data to provide business managers with the ability to conduct analysis. So basically, we conduct analysis of data that are stored by organizations. What do we do by conducting analysis? We find out information about the organization, and those information we use to make decision, and those decisions help us to improve the performance of the organization. So everything is tied to the performance of the organization. So BI will also involve the tools, the databases, the techniques, the methodologies, the applications used for analyzing data. What are the 4 different BI components? BI is made up of 4 components, okay, 4 major components. These components are a data warehouse, where the data is stored. This is the source data. Remember, we talk about BI as analysis of data. So where is the data stored? The data is stored in a data warehouse. Then we talk about analyzing data in business intelligence. So business analytics basically are tools or a collection of tools that are used for manipulating, mining and analyzing the data in the data warehouse. So we store the data in the data warehouse. That's our source. Then we use tools and technologies, which you will learn in this class also, uh, to be used on those data in the data warehouse for manipulating, mining, and analyzing those data. Then the third component is BPM, or it is known as Business Performance Management. This is used for monitoring and analyzing performance. Okay. Remember, everything is for improvement in performance. Okay. And so business performance management does that. It monitors and it analyzes the performance. And what is a user interface? User interface is for visually presenting hotspots in data. And example of a user interface can be dashboard. Okay. So what is a dashboard? Dashboard is actually a visual presentation of critical data for executives to view. Okay, it's a visual presentation of critical data for executives to view. It allows executives to see hotspots in their business units. Okay, and investigate further. When they see those hotspots, they investigate further to exactly identify problems and their causes. Example of hotspots, like using different colors, red for dangers. A business manager can see in real time, for example, when delivery times are slowing, and immediately find the sources of the problems and even evaluate what if analysis. So dashboard, once again, is a visual presentation of critical data for executives to view and then take actions. So an example would be, suppose the delivery times are slowing. So immediately it would show, in red, the delivery time is falling behind, and then it will draw managers' attentions, and then managers would find the sources of problems and then would solve it. So that's a dashboard. We'll talk about the benefits of BI. The major benefit, the ability to provide accurate information when needed, including a real-time view of the corporate performance. BI is important because it offers the following benefits. It is faster, provides more accurate reporting. Because of accuracy, it helps us to improve the decision making. It provides improved customer service. Okay, and also all these things result in increased revenue. The next topic that I would be covering is event-driven alerts. Event-driven alerts is an example of automated decision making. Okay, event-driven alert involves a warning or activation of that warning or action when a predefined or unusual event occurs. Okay, credit card companies have built in extensive predictive analysis models to identify cases of possible fraud and alerts customer for verification of transactions. For example, whenever I visit India, if I do not inform the credit card companies in advance, when I start shopping in India, after one or two transactions, they would, stop my credit card, because the predictive analysis model alerts the customer that something unusual is happening. Because I stay in the States, my card is always charged here. So when I'm visiting other countries, say for example, I go to Mexico, they stop it because they want to tell me that something unusual is happening. This is called event-driven alert, and this is an example of automated decision making. Okay. Now I will cover something very important, which is called online transaction processing versus online analytical processing. Online transaction processing is called OLTP, and online transaction processing is called OLTP, and online analytical processing is called OLAP or OLAP. Okay. Now OLTP, what it does is it handles routine ongoing business in an organization. OLTP involves the use of information systems to handle a company's routine ongoing business activities through recording data. Okay. For example, would be ATM withdrawal transaction, sales order entry via an e-commerce site. These are all OLTP examples. Then OLTP reports provide information about a particular transaction. For example, who purchased a particular product? That's OLTP. As opposed to OLTP, OLAP or online transaction processing, OLAP or online analytical processing involves the use of information system to analyze historical data obtained through ongoing business activities for decision making. Okay, so online analytical processing systems, they extract information from OLTP systems. So they would involve routine sales reports by product, by region, by salesperson. Okay, main goal is effectiveness, provide correct information in a timely manner. So they analyze historical data of business activities for decision making. OLAP report assists end users in understanding why particular business events have occurred. Example, what are the total sales for each product? In which month did most of the sales occur, etc. There are different kinds of OLAP, and I believe you have a PowerPoint slides on different kinds of OLAP. Some of the most common ones are ROLAP, ROLAP, which is called relational OLAP, which uses a relational database management system. Then there is MOLAP or multi-dimensional OLAP. Then DOLAP, DOLAP, desktop online analytical processing, etc. Next generation of BI applications. RFID, radio frequency identification tags, are the fastest growing applications for the next generation of business intelligence. Okay, other next generation BI applications would be text mining, web mining, intelligence gathering from the web, etc. Then major tools and techniques of business intelligence. I would ask you to look at table 1.3 in the book. The major tools of BI is basically data management, a variety of reporting, status tracking, visualization, strategy and performance management, business analytics, social networking and Web 2.0, and new and advanced techniques to handle massive data sets for knowledge discovery. And some of the major BI vendors, Cognos, which has been acquired by IBM in 2008, Hyperion, which is acquired by Oracle, in 2008, Business Objects, which has been acquired by SAP in 2009. These are the vendors. So you can see IBM, Oracle, SAP. Then MicroStrategy. We would be working on MicroStrategy in this class. I think your assignment 1 is based on MicroStrategy. This is the independent large. This is an independent large BI vendor, and others include Microsoft, SAS, Teradata, data warehouse vendor, and we will be working on Teradata also. So this is our chapter 1. So in chapter 1, we have talked about defining business intelligence. We have talked about 4 components of business intelligence. We have business analytics, 5 styles of BI. Have I done the styles of BI? I think I missed the styles of BI. Okay, let's go back to slide number 20. Okay, the styles of BI, there are 5 styles of BI. We will talk more about this in chapter 2, but the styles include reporting, report delivery and alerting, when something unusual happens. Then using dashboards and scorecards, enterprise reporting. It also includes slicing and dicing analysis, which is cube analysis, which we would do, ad hoc queries based on the needs, and statistics and data mining. This is our different styles of BI. Okay. We talked about dashboards. We talked about the difference of benefits of BI. We talked about event-driven alerts. We talked about the differences between online transaction processing and online analytical processing. We talked about different kinds of online analytical processing applications. We talked about RFID, which is the next generation BI applications, along with web mining, text mining, and so on. We talked about major tools and techniques of BI. Okay. And also we talked about the major BI vendors. Major BI vendors would be SAP, Oracle, IBM, MicroStrategy, okay, Teradata, and so on. So this is the lecture for chapter 1. Okay. Every day I'm available from 10 to 11. Either I record the lecture or I'm available to answer questions on assignments or any other things that you would like me to ask. Okay.